Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And I realized now that I'm looking at myself on the camera,
That?
I look like a serial killer.
Yeah, like if anyone's seen Lovely Bones,
What is Lovely Bones?
it's
Have
a
you
book.
seen Lovely Bones?
It's a book turned movie, and it's about a man, I think it's in the 70s, who like kidnaps a little girl and like murders her and has her in his house.
Is this he's a serial killer or just kills that one person?
I don't know if he killed more, but our friend Leslie, who auditioned for our morning show
Yes.
years ago, posted a photo in those same kind of glasses the other day and said the same thing, and
Oh,
I was
really?
like, "Lovely Bones." So
Oh, so you just took it from her?
no, I said Lovely Bones to
Oh,
her.
you said Lovely Bones.
God,
Okay.
I'm trying to find.
Well, I don't know. You didn't do a very good job of explaining it or convincing me that you've actually seen or know what you're
No,
talking
it is.
about.
It's a book and a movie, and I was trying to tread lightly because there's a bit of a trigger warning with describing the movie.
Okay.
He did it to multiple girls.
Okay, so he was a serial whatever.
Ooh, yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer vibe.
You know, as if Dahmer didn't do enough terrible things, he had to steal a whole style. It's ridiculous. But I think it's the polo shirt that really brings the serial killer together in this outfit.
Now, you know what though? You're not a blonde white dude.
No.
So-
Are they all blonde?
All serial killers, I'm pretty sure.
No, there's got to be some brunettes in there.
Kidding. So if you're watching on YouTube, you missed the intro part of what we play on Twitch, so I want to talk about what I was just talking about again. I saw this story on the Instagram History Cool Kids, and it was about a British Airways flight in 1990 where the front windshield was improperly installed, and it flew out, and the pilot gets sucked out. But a flight attendant had been in the front capsule thing in that moment and grabbed the pilot. And they did like a reenactment photo. Obviously, this isn't a photo of it that you see on that Instagram account. But the pilot was hanging out of the plane until they landed. And he suffered, frostbite on his face, damaged one of his eyes, also dislocated his shoulder. Had multiple fractures on his arms and hands as well.
Well, there was the flight kind of recently. Was it Spirit where the window blew out and there was like one person that was sucked out of the window, but I don't think they died. Maybe they did. They were kind of like held in there.
Like, how fast
Yeah.
that must happen, though. Think about that. Like, you're just sitting there. Everything's normal. I mean,
For some reason,
we had it with the U-Haul.
I think I know someone that was on that flight, actually.
Nicolicious was posted.
She was on that flight? That's crazy.
That's right.
Oh, she died.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
I don't know if she was on that flight.
These are two different stories. We're talking about, there's the pilot one,
Yeah, pilot survived.
and then there's the flight that was supposed to go to California, but I think they had to divert to Philly because the engine blew something through a window. Something like that. Did I get it right? I think so.
Woman partially sucked out of jet when window breaks mid-flight.
And that was like 3 years ago?
2018.
Well, happy Monday, everybody.
Good morning. There was a lot of things
Someone
going on
has-
in the chat.
It was all serial killers and
Well,
terrible flight
you
stories.
showed up looking like a murderer.
I know. These aren't real glasses, by the way.
They're blue block.
They're blue blocking glasses.
They're from Twitch themselves. They
Mhm.
sent them.
Yeah, I think. Damn, look at that. It's official.
People asking where my sweatshirt is from. Chalk Boss, who has rebranded to Katie Bell Co., I believe. It is super cute. There were more things. Hold on.
Wait, I know there's more things. We got to focus on what we got to focus on here, Carla Marie. We hit level 5 of the hype train.
Oh my God, I'm starving.
Is this going to be one of those days where you like don't actually focus on anything we're supposed to do?
Well, here's the problem. I'm
You?
starving.
You're the problem.
And I left paper downstairs, but I know what I have to do. But
Okay.
but I forget everything that it's called.
Who raised you? You know, got some serious problems over here. Yeah, exactly. We're going to turn this around. There's going to be no negativity, no death talk anymore on the show. We do have a game we're going to play. Figured it's a holiday. May as well bring back the games. And thank you very much to everyone who got us to. Oh, it restarted. We got through Hype Train level 6. We are now in Hype Train level 7. And because we got to the new level, the 5 minutes restarts. And I believe 7 is as far as we've ever gone, which is not me pressuring anyone to keep this going. It is okay if we end here. Mr. Miami Cool called out of work today. Phenomenal.
Just wanted to show my quick Halloween man. Johnny, say happy Halloween month. This is your month, bud.
Hey, what about that sheet?
You were made for this. Look how long he is. Okay, goodbye.
Where's the sheet? Oh, okay.
Today, we are having a sandbar.
A sandbar. Okay.
Sounds like I just got wiped out by a wave when I eat that, but drink that. Anyway, it has apple whiskey and spiced rum. I'm not a whiskey person.
I think we got to give a huge shout out to DJ Synth, who is watching from Venice right now.
I guess if it was posted on social media, it's public knowledge, but DJ Synth and Seattle Cocktail Club are engaged.
Woo! I don't have the birthday song in here right now. What?
Why?
I'll put it in. I moved it because I had to reset the whole system last week. It was a mess. But congratulations to the two of them.
Yes. Also, their names would be Jeff and Amy.
Everyone can throw in some congratulatory comments in the chat.
This is going to be the best wedding ever. Planned by an event production planner. I can't wait.
Too bad you're not invited.
I know I'm going to be the flower girl. You know what I was thinking recently? How that is one thing I've never done. Been a flower girl. And
What?
I'll probably never get to do it.
I mean, probably not.
I've
you
also
I have
never
seen-
been a bridesmaid yet. Well, I am for Sam. I've
I
been
have-
a junior bridesmaid and a maid of honor.
I don't understand the junior bridesmaid thing.
You're just a kid. It's just a name. It's stupid. I don't understand the maid of honor thing either.
Well, the maid of honor, you're like the person, right? Like there's all these close friends, and the person getting married said you're the person,
Yeah.
or people in your sister's case. But the junior bridesmaid, I don't fully understand.
They don't get invited to the bachelorette party.
So then, because in my cousin Chris's wedding, I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
I obviously didn't go to the bachelor
There's
party.
no junior groom.
Yeah, I wasn't a junior groomsman. I was just, one of the ushers, one of the groomsmen.
Seattle Cocktail Club said, I'm invited, but I'm not the flower girl.
Oh, okay. Well, you know
Sad
what?
Story. One day. You know, I told the people, what was their name? Karma? That group?
Carmen.
Mm-hmm. They were engaged, and I said, can I be your flower girl? And they said yes, and then
Then they broke up. So maybe it's better off that Amy and Jeff are not letting you be their flower girl. You have a pretty bad track record, allegedly.
Michelle, your cousin, said, if I ever get married, you could be my flower girl. But I feel like your flower girl can't be taller than the bride.
That's going to be very difficult for Michelle.
But just hand out cookies instead. I'm in.
I have seen recently, guys that have been the flower bro.
Oh, I love it.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I think Steve would be great at that.
All right.
Okay.
Did you not mix this properly? What'd you do over here?
Oh, there's.
This is going to be a day. This is going to be a day.
I did 3 tablespoons.
How is this? What is going on?
Oh no! Oh no! The giggles. Morning workouts, man. They got me.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be doing morning work. I feel like you're supposed to be more alert.
I'm so alert. I'm so alert. I can't focus.
Seems like it.
I have
Why
been
does it
struggling
say-
lately. Struggling very much lately with clumsiness and stuff. I dropped the whole weight in the middle of the class today.
How much was the weight?
30 pounds.
Okay.
Missed my foot by this much. Yesterday,
Oh, I did that too yesterday. I slipped. I was putting one of the 45-pound plates back on
yeah.
the rack, and I guess I didn't put it on properly, and it landed right in front of my toe.
Did you just need to say that story so you could say you had more weight than me?
No, you probably had a dumbbell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally different.
Also, I keep dropping things everywhere. And yesterday, we got to talk about what I did.
I don't know what you did yesterday.
I lit my hair on fire.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
leaned
right.
over a candle, which is one of the dumbest things you can do. But my hair was straight, super straight. Like I had it was like super flowy and straight, which I'm not used to. Normally when it's curly, it kind of just stays where it is.
Mhm.
So I leaned over a candle and the flame was like this high. And immediately as I did, I was like, I just leaned over a candle. And then I smelled and I was like, ah, ah, I was screaming. And no joke, this end of my hair is like so much and shorter. So I'm getting it fixed and trimmed on Wednesday.
Yeah, generally speaking, you shouldn't lean over candles.
No, that was a moment. That was
I think everyone's burned their hair at some point.
I tell you what, that was one of the worst things I've ever smelled. I don't think I can be cremated anymore.
We had a friend in college. His name was Sean, not the Sean that you know or I've ever talked about here on the show. We used to do these ski trips for like sophomore, junior, and senior year. We'd all go out to the Poconos in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
And it was like 40, 50 idiot kids in a house.
That's fun.
And there was one year we had a fireplace downstairs and it was going for a while. And we had a bottle of Everclear. And one of our friends, this guy Sean, decided to see what would happen if you spit Everclear into the fire. And everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. And it was funny because me and my friend Jake were probably the only two people like, this is a bad idea.
Jake?
Yeah. We're like, this is a bad idea.
Dr. Daddy?
And neither of us are known for our...
No, you're the what? You're actually kind of a little bit of a fun sucker these days.
Oh, cool. Thank
I
you.
don't know if you were then.
Okay. Go burn your hair again. And he spit out the Everclear directly into the fire, but I guess he had so much of it in his mouth that it was like there was still a trail, and the whole fire came back out into the house. And luckily, I mean, he was fine, but it definitely singed some hairs on his face, and that smell is something.
It was. I had to wash, so I washed my hair, and in the shower, I could still smell it while it was wet. So I like washed it like that end like 3-4 more times.
Well, we haven't done a damn thing yet, and it's 8:20 already. So let's take the shot. Thank you very much to everyone who supported the stream this morning. Thank you very much to our delayed bartender, Carla Marie, for pouring them up.
Cheers
And
to Seattle Cocktail Club
Seattle
on
Cocktail
your
Club.
engagement too.
Does this count as a hydrate reminder? What is in that one? You right there? I couldn't even tell you. Oh, apple whiskey and spiced rum. Okay. I knew it had like a whiskey bourbon type flavor.
I said what it was, and you know I don't love whiskey.
It kind of has like an apple pie vibe.
That's the point. But why is it called Sandbar?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about anything. So, next.
Wow.
On the list.
Let me tell you what, you order that to start your night and you are going to be smooth sailing. Woo!
I don't even know what that means. Grab that fortune cookie, Carla Marie. Let's see where we're at today.
Tell you what, I think I need to eat this cookie. A challenging and fascinating project is in your future. We have a call today.
Wow, that's actually a fortune. I feel like normally they're like, be a good person. Clouds in the sky mean rain.
Well, that would be a fortune.
It's not a fortune. That's just what clouds do. So, what was it again? And this is for everybody. A challenging and fascinating project is in your future.
I think it only applies to the person who opens it.
Oh, well, congratulations. Good luck on that.
No, it's for all of us.
All right. And then the next thing on the list, game time.
Look what we're bringing back, fam.
All right, let's see it. Explain the game.
Incoherent.
Which is on the box, the adult party game where you compete to guess the gibberish. Which I think there's also an Instagram filter for this now.
So
explain the game.
basically what it does is it jumbles up a bunch of, it kind of phonetically spells out phrases, I guess would be the best way to explain it. So this is what it says here, right? So I'm looking at it. It says Victor, hero, yell. So it's my job. So if Anthony's guessing, I don't know what it says. I don't know how we did it though.
We showed them and then
The answer.
Yeah.
How do we know if we get it?
The person.
No, I don't look. I'm not supposed to look at the answer, so I have to keep saying,
Oh.
vector hero yell. Vector hero yell. Vector hero yell. Vector hero yell.
Well, what's the category?
I don't know. The instructions are no longer in here.
It's on. I think it's on the back, Carla Marie.
Oh. Hint, Fortnite. Vector hero yell.
Victory yell?
Victory Royale.
Royale. Okay, so yellow is pop culture, red is kinky, and blue is party.
Okay. So we'll do what, 2 each?
Sure, let's do it. You gonna grab it or am I gonna?
Oh, Tacoma Swifty. I don't have headphones. Can't really hear you guys because I'm walking around Florence, but wanted to check in and say hi. Oh my God, Tone's wearing glasses. We'll watch back later. Have fun. Go explore.
You might not want to watch this one back.
Okay, it's pop culture. Do you want the hint?
No, not yet. And thank you very much, Texas Chris, for the resubscription with Prime. Appreciate that.
Guy Leach Henher.
Kylie Jenner,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The hint was makeup.
I think.
I'll do a red one.
Okay, yeah, do one of every color. So we'll do
Okay,
3.
I'm not looking at the answer. Bud pull plug. Wait.
It's got to be butthole plug, right?
Bud pull lug.
Butt plug.
Yep.
Okay. This is easy.
And then blue, I'm going to show you guys. These are the words that I have to read. And then I'm going to actually show you them the answer. Don't look at it, okay? On the
You're going to
screen.
show what? Oh, okay.
We're going to see in a second. Don't look. Ah! Okay. Raw link babe hair. Blue is party, so. Raw link babe hair.
Rawlink babe hair.
I have a raw link babe hair. Raw link babe hair. Raw link babe hair. Raw link babe hair. Babe hair? Raw link babe hair. I can give you the hint.
Yeah.
Green accessory. Oh.
A green accessory.
Oh. Well, I just showed you guys the answer. Don't say it in the chat. I think I know what it is because someone wrote it.
Raw link?
Roll link babe hair. Green accessory.
Rolling?
Okay.
Say it?
It says hint. Green accessory. A necessary joint accessory.
Say it one more time.
Raw link babe hair.
Rolling paper.
Yep.
Okay.
It's got to be. Yep.
Right. Is it?
Yes.
Did you check? Okay. So now I'm going to grab 3 cards as well. We'll see how this goes. So what do? I
showed the words I was supposed to say. I'm going to block the screen so we can't say it.
Okay.
Is the picture fuzzy to anyone else?
It shouldn't be.
Okay. No, we're good. Hi, Susie. Welcome to the show.
Okay. So I have. Let me make sure I'm seeing all the ones properly. Okay.
I only saw the one word.
We'll start with pop
Okay.
culture.
Carrie says don't show the answer. You can show them
To anyone?
Yeah, you can show the words you have to read.
Okay.
That's fine.
So this is the word I've got to read.
Words. Phrase.
Whatever.
Words that make no sense. Pop culture.
Pop culture. Yellow card. Mary
Sir.
Or's Elfie. Mary Or's Elfie.
Something selfie.
Mirror
selfie.
Yep, mirror selfie it is. Congratulations, Carla Marie.
Thank you.
Blue card, which is party.
Okay.
Prownowed.
Brownowed?
Brownout, correct.
Been there way too many times.
And red, which is kinky. I'll show the card to everyone at home first. Trojan condoms.
Trojan condoms.
Trojan condoms. There we go.
Were those easier, or am I good at deciphering gibberish?
Maybe both. Maybe a little column A, a little column B. There we go.
All right. What a time.
Actually, I can put these back here.
I can do it. Thank you. What is that?
What is
Oh,
what?
It went away. It was like a pop-up.
Quiz kit? Oh, I can start a quiz on the game, I believe. I have to play around
Oh,
with that.
hit that.
What?
That.
Prime subscription
do?
and loot reminder? What does it do here?
Today is Amazon Prime Day, so make sure you're shopping all the deals. Oh, I should.
And if you have Prime, make sure you're using your Twitch subscription, your free one.
They should be
right
doing
here.
special stuff on Twitch.
I mean, they give away free subscriptions every single month. I think that's special enough.
There should be something extra special. Before the end of the show, I'll put my Amazon storefront link in here.
Ooh, this is awesome. Sunali said, "Hey, friends, sorry I'm late to the party. That is totally cool as long as you're here. I just had a really good interview and another job offer. Now I'm torn on what to do. I always make the wrong decisions. Well, should we talk it out?
Should we? You tell us what decision you make, and we'll do. You make your decision, then pick the other one.
If you're a bad decision maker, I guess that makes sense. Also, Carla Marie, it's Meg, not Megan, said Prime Day starts tomorrow.
Dear God.
Did you do all of that incorrectly?
Yeah, it's the 11th.
So even on the morning show podcast this morning, ooh, someone's going to need to issue an apology.
I had to tell Sam
Why Sam, of all people?
because I told her it was today.
Sunali, we can get the phones ready if you want to talk this
Gosh
out.
darn it. Oh, I hope people aren't going to Amazon buying all kinds of things. I kept thinking today was the 11th. Yeah, I thought so too. It's apparently 11th and 12th.
You did not think today was the 11th because in the podcast,
Sorry. I think I just kept thinking that. I don't know. I feel like there was a time that Columbus Day, and I'm saying Columbus Day because it was back when we were school, was the 11th, and I kept remember having off the 11th.
no, it's
So
just,
in my head, this day is always the 11th. It's always kind of been stuck in my head.
11th and 12th is Prime Day. Wow,
Oh,
what a big mistake.
you don't have.
What?
It's Meech's 36th birthday.
I can put it in. Hold on. Give me a
Ooh,
second here.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know this brand, Meijer, Meijer. That store is doing crazy sales today. Yeah, it's the 11th and 12th. Walmart's today, and I think Target was last week.
And Carrie ordered a beach wafer, Carla Marie.
Did you use code Carla Marie Wave?
I sure hope so.
All right, good. Then that'll give me time to get my Amazon store link ready to put it in here. It's like got all my favorites and things that I buy.
All right, birthday song is loading, so just hang out. There we go.
Oh, making my little skeleton.
What was so funny?
I was making them dance.
Oh, okay.
Meech is the best.
Oh.
She's been a huge supporter of the show. I've known her for, I don't know, at this point, 10, 11 years.
Mhm.
Back from Elvis's show. She was one of the companies I featured in What's Trending. And though she doesn't have that company anymore, she does some awesome stuff. I've shared her articles and stuff, but she does a lot about capsule wardrobes, which we've talked about, which I feel like you kind of have accidentally.
What are capsule wardrobes again?
It's basically picking like neutral tones. So you get like your tans, your blacks, your whites, stuff like that you can pair together.
Oh, okay.
And then picking like one color. If your favorite color is pink, you have a few items that are pink. She does a way better job at explaining it.
Yeah.
Feel free to put your link in here, Meech.
No, I think when I pick clothes, I just try to pick, at this point in my life, maybe I'll change. I just try to keep things simple. I got some t-shirts, I got some polos, and some jeans.
But did you ever not?
Oh, yeah. Like when I was a scene kid, when I was like a pop punk emo scene kid, I mean, I would have super bright colors, studded belts, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now you have to, like,
So
when you have obnoxious pieces of clothing like that, you have to plan them a little more because you can't,
rewear
even though I
them too
did,
often.
I wore them often and I wore them probably with other
I know.
loud pieces or accessories that I shouldn't have combined.
That's why I like renting clothes, because you can get the crazy stuff, wear it once, and then return it.
You know what I used to have? A lot of gold foil shirts.
What?
You know those like shirts that have like gold on them? Not actual gold, obviously, but they were like shiny gold print.
Okay, kind of.
I had a lot of those because I also had a gold studded belt, and I had my first real pair of like sneakerhead dunks were these black and gold Nikes, and that kind of like that set me on the path that I'm on now.
Okay.
Not really Versace. They were all cheap. They were like from Hot Topic, mostly.
So what are you gonna wear to When We Were Young festival?
I don't know, because I don't really have any of that stuff anymore. It also would not fit me anymore.
I have
I'm literally
like
30 pounds heavier.
I'm probably gonna wear. Oh man, I need to be careful. I was putting all my summer stuff away in storage.
It's
but
going to be hot.
we're going to Vegas, so I'm gonna probably wear black shorts, load up on that Mega Babe because these thighs are in full swing lately,
hmm
and I don't know on top.
I was
I
talking.
gotta go all black. I think.
I was talking to John from Val's show, who we've had on the podcast and on Twitch
John Camucci.
before. And he was saying he's trying to find the tightest pair of jeans he could find.
Sounds miserable.
And I just thought to myself, that would make sense if I was going to an indoor show. But I don't know if I can be out in the Vegas sun because it's still pretty warm in Vegas in October.
But we've talked about what's the temp gonna be at night.
I don't know, but
Can someone dress me for this event?
I just
I'm
don't
wearing-
think it's a tight jeans for me weekend.
Me neither. I will tell you that I am wearing my New Balance sneakers because let me tell you what, in my elder emo years, I have learned that it's very important to have comfortable shoes.
Well, I think that's no matter how old you are. I think especially if you're going to a festival, you do have to make sure you can walk all day.
I'm very curious what like the Converse difference will be. Like think back to like Bamboozle, all those festivals, Warped Tour, the amount of Converse that were worn.
Yeah.
Versus
And Vans.
I know people still wear them now, but we've kind of learned that they are so uncomfortable.
I wore a pair of Converse they were like these blue and yellow not tie-dye, plaid Converse. I wore them to the first time I went to Coachella, and I threw them out because first off, they got super dirty, but I was in so much pain at the end of the day. And I was only 25 or 26, and I couldn't even walk at the end of the day.
No,
I was like walking on my heels trying to get back to the shuttles.
yeah, that's not going to be me. I'm going to wear my noobs. And I don't know. I'll probably do some space buns because that's so cool.
Well, we still have 2 weeks to worry about that. That is not this coming
Dark
weekend.
eyeliner.
That is the following weekend. But I did want to talk about Kanye being crazy for a second. And if you listen to the Morning Show podcast today, I went through everything that he said. But essentially, and I think this was on the heels of Diddy's Breakfast Club interview. So the very quick storyline is Kanye West wore a shirt to a fashion show that said White Lives Matter on the back.
I thought it was his own fashion show.
I don't know if it was his own. It
wasn't only him, it was models too, I thought.
Whatever it was. It was a fashion show.
It was a fashion week thing.
So then it obviously got a lot of backlash. They talked about it on the Breakfast Club when Diddy was there. And Diddy was saying how he was like, I love Kanye, but I can't get down with that, blah, blah, blah. And then they were texting back and forth. And Kanye took a screenshot of something he said to Diddy and posted it on Instagram.
Which it's funny that he has him in his phone as Puff.
He's probably been in the phone for a while.
But like, think about the amount of names that man must have in people's phones.
Yeah. Sean.
Diddy. Papa Diddy.
So the message, let me find it real quick.
I don't know, man. I know Kanye has mental health issues, but also.
So I've said this. I feel like I've said this a lot recently. And yes, I do have. How do I put this? I understand that Kanye is going through a lot and he's got some mental health issues. But at some point, if you have the resources and you have all of the information and you choose to not do anything about your mental health, you don't get sympathy anymore.
But I bet you if anyone around him tries to help,
But this is where I was going, though. Your mental health issues and your station in life does not give you the right to traumatize and attack other people.
No, absolutely not. But also, he doesn't think he needs help. You know what I mean? Like, and if you don't have your family support system making you get help.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the text that Kanye sent to Diddy and then posted on Instagram.
Well, he posted all these.
Yeah. He said, "This ain't a game. I'm going to use you as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this is war. Now go get you some business."
What does that even mean?
So
I don't even know what this means.
it's also, when I was reading his text messages in the morning show podcast, I was like, I don't even feel like I'm speaking like a human. But he said that Instagram suspended his account. They didn't block him. They didn't delete him. They didn't kick him off the platform. They just said, you can't post for a little bit. He took to Twitter.
Yeah.
And decided to double down. And when he went to Twitter,
Elon Musk said.
Well, Elon Musk is also an idiot.
Said, welcome back to Twitter.
Yeah.
But also Kanye was posting anti-Semitic stuff on Instagram, which is why he was.
So, and then but then he doubled down on Twitter. Get out of here. Okay. And the tweet. It's impossible to find things in articles these days. Oh, he said, "I'm a bit sleepy today, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone whoever opposes your agenda."
Who is you guys?
Jewish people, maybe? It seems like that's who he's talking about in this. But with all of this, he gets blocked Saturday morning this gets taken down from Twitter.
Oh, it
Saturday
did?
morning. Yeah, it's not up there anymore.
Good.
Even though Elon said once
back.
he joins Twitter, once he owns Twitter, Kanye is welcome to say whatever he wants,
But
essentially.
he doesn't own Twitter yet.
Not yet. He will. But here was the interesting thing that happened was the news broke during one of like the Fox morning shows they have.
Oh.
Fox and Friends, but it's like their weekend.
Oh, my people, Fox and Friends.
Their weekend staff. And now there's a million incorrect things we could point out in Kanye's tweets. I pointed them out in the morning show podcast. One, it's not called DEFCON 3. That's not DEFCON 3 isn't a thing. DEFCON 3 is a military term.
But I feel like people definitely think it's death.
Well, it's not. Second, when he says, I can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew. First off, structurally, that sentence makes no sense. But anti-Semitic does not, even though we use it in that way, anti-Semitic does not necessarily mean anti-Jewish. Being a Semite means you speak a group of Arabic or Jewish languages.
Okay.
And being anti-Semitic means you are against the people who speak those languages. So even though there are Northern African countries that speak Arabic and obviously have a lot of black people, it's just Kanye doesn't know what he's talking about.
Right.
He's just rambling. But what happened on Fox was interesting, and I do want to commend them for correcting themselves. When the news broke that he had been suspended from Instagram, they used it as an opportunity to say, oh, well, Kanye West was just on with Tucker Carlson, so obviously the media is going to put a target on his back and block him from everything. And they ran with that story for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess a producer, I don't know if it was during a commercial break or they finally got all the information. They told them while they were off camera for a little bit, hey, just so you know, this is why Kanye got suspended on Instagram. They actually did come back and say, hey, when we found out this information, we didn't know what it was for, so we went with a narrative. Turns out that was incorrect, and they all kind of backpedaled a little bit. One of them doubled down a little and said, well, there's still a larger conversation as to who we give the authority to block people.
I do agree with that to an extent, but I think we all can agree that posting anti any religion or culture, unless that religion or culture as a whole is harming people, which is very rare, I think we're all in agreement that we should not be letting people post that.
So yeah, Life is Like said they reported without confirming the story. They absolutely did. And they reported it without having all of the facts because he was indeed suspended. They just decided to make up a reason he was suspended without finding out on their own.
Kanye is something.
And this is the problem.
Just I don't know why we're giving not we, just everyone. I guess us too. Just if we stop giving him attention, but he
Well,
has a whole audience of people that are like, yeah, keep
yeah,
going.
I think part of it. There are times where you can look at Kanye and say, I'm just not going to pay attention to this idiotic thing he said. But when people are dangerous and when they're talking about violence towards groups, I think it is important for those groups that are being attacked to know that the rest of society is standing up for them.
Mm-hmm. No. I completely agree.
But I do agree with you that there are times where we should just say this idiot doesn't get attention. And
I feel like I feel like the Kardashians are trying to do that, but also no one's listening to them anymore either.
Well, they're dealing with Kanye in a whole different capacity. I mean, they're still dealing with child custody stuff, and that's a stickier situation where child custody battles are mainly or normally going to be ugly, unfortunately, and it's adults making selfish decisions, oftentimes that hurt the children, and they use their children as pawns in their battle against their spouse or former spouse that they no longer get along with. So I don't know if that's the same, but he attacked Adidas. He attacked his contract with Adidas is now under review.
Please, I hope Yeezys are ugly.
Some of them are. There's two pairs of Yeezys that I like.
Get rid of them. Donate them to kids who need shoes. Goodbye, Kanye. End of story. No one should sell this man's clothes anymore.
Here's the
Nothing
problem.
is cute.
Here's the problem with Adidas. Kanye's Yeezy brand makes up something like 64% of their online sales.
Yeah, but I buy my Nizzas from them.
Your what?
My Adidas Nizzas.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
Huh. But 63 or 64% of your online business is a lot of business.
Yeah, well, guess what?
But that also, they put him under review before the comments this weekend. So we'll see what happens.
So
now.
what happens? He takes them other places, tries to sell them on his own. Okay.
Well, he has to figure out the supply chain and all of that because Adidas still makes everything.
Correct. So he's going to need to do all of that. Now, can he sell Yeezys legally? Is that something
I think he does own the brand.
Okay, so let him sell them on his own. He's going to jack up the price. No one's going to buy them because who's going to spend $800?
But also, I don't know if he owns the silhouettes because I know when he worked with Nike, those shoes he can't make because he had Nikes originally. And I mean, the Red October Yeezys are some of the most expensive sneakers you can buy on the resale market. They're like $50,000. It's insane.
Yeah, but that's absurd. But who was buying those? Like, who's buying? There's like
rich people.
Exactly. There's a very small amount of people that are. It's not like 30 people are going to go buy those like from Adidas.
But I don't know what. I bet you he and his lawyers probably learned from the Nike deal to maybe own more of the intellectual property that he has with Adidas. But I don't know.
So wait, Yeezys were with Nike first?
Yeah, so he had signed with Nike. And then they had a falling out. He had, I want to say, two sneakers, right? Or was it 2 or 3 with Nike? And then he left, or essentially that partnership ended.
I need a partnership with New Balance.
And
I would make.
He went to Adidas.
I love my New Balance. I would like to make some like cool ones, you know? I feel like they're like the next. Like Champion had their comeback, Fila had their comeback. New Balance needs to get with Gen Z.
I don't think New Balance ever really went anywhere. I think they've done a good job of just being
running sneaker.
Their company.
Yeah, they were my spikes in
my spikes
high
were
school
Nike.
Were New Balance. I had all orange ones. They were so bright. And then I had rainbow ones and they were so cool.
Here, I'm going to put these
I probably donated them.
These are the Red Octobers I was talking about. Only one left in this size. So a men's 14, $12,000.
All right, what is your size? Let's get you a pair. What do you got?
$62,000. If anyone has I
guess those are cool.
$62,000 laying around and feels like buying, I don't.
Damn, that's more than my student loans that I have left.
So I actually have, and this is what.
All right, get this garbage off.
This is what Kanye was yelling about, when he was yelling about Adidas. So what companies have done is they've taken some of the styles that became popular with Yeezy's sneakers, with the Yeezy brand, and have used traits of those sneakers or styles in other
Mhm.
non-Yeezy products. So let me show
Okay,
you.
while you do that though, what I was saying is the chat's
that I
not on
have.
the screen. Oh,
Yeah,
there it
it's right
goes.
there.
It was like not.
Hold on. So those Yeezys I just showed you. Need a chair. My tower of sneakers.
Okay, so right now I'm selling a pair. The sneaker world is insane. I'm selling a pair of Adidas Ultra Boosts on Poshmark for like $90. They're worn. They look pretty brand new, but they're worn. Those same sneakers that I bought probably for I guess for 180 are selling brand new on like StockX, like the resell app for $486. I'm just gonna start buying sneakers and reselling them. Claire and Olympia, you should interview Seahawks players and ask them what their favorite shoes are. Actually, so Nicole Remy, who is, I guess, my co-host would be the best way to describe, at Game Day Stuff, did a fashion interview with them, and it's posted. Good luck finding it because there's a lot of stuff posted. But she did something with them about shoes. I wanted to, but I knew that was her. She did fashion in general, but I did want to do shoes.
Hold this, please. I need to move my chair in. Okay, we need chairs with wheels. Okay, so let me.
Don't put them on the table. It's bad luck.
It's not bad luck. Okay, so first I need to pull up another pair of Yeezys real quick.
I have not one pair of shoes that I care about that much. I have shoes that I like because they're comfortable and they're cute, and I wouldn't want to get rid of them for that reason, but I don't have one pair of shoes that I could be like, I can't part with these. Go to my Poshmark. Buy all my shoes, please.
Okay, so there's two pairs. I showed you the first one. I need to put the picture back on the screen real quick. So I showed you the red ones, but then they also have these Yeezys.
Okay.
Okay. So same silhouette, different colorway. I've got
$25,000.
Yeah. Well, these, if you notice, very similar styling
Those are cool.
with the pink on top.
Yeah,
green
they
on the
look
bottom.
different on the screen, actually. They, I feel.
No, they look pretty much the same. So these are the Northern Light Dunks. Again, kind of ripping off those Yeezys. And then I need to, what's my size? How much? Oh, 9,000. It's a steal.
But it's different.
And then these, the Red Octobers.
Oh, but different.
Different. These are Dunks, but ripping off the Red October
These are
style.
cool.
So these are actually the most expensive pair of sneakers I have, and I don't think I've ever worn them.
They got some marks.
So
I
maybe
think you
once
wore
or
them to an
twice.
iHeart festival.
Probably.
Burn them.
But that's what.
All right, we'll
It's
sell
kinda,
these things.
It's kind of what Kanye was getting mad. What is that? A note
Oh, you
from
got them from
StockX?
StockX.
Yeah.
You went through a phase where you bought a pair of sneakers every week. It was annoying
That
to
was like
hear
once
you
a
talk
month.
about buying sneakers.
So that is one of the things when Adidas put his contract under review with their brand, it was because he was going kind of wild after Adidas did similar things where they used some trends that picked up with the Yeezy brand and used them for other things.
Hell, Gene, my Uggs are my most expensive shoes, and that says a lot about me. Honestly, Uggs are like $100 and something.
Mhm.
I think my most expensive pair of shoes my friend gave me because she didn't want them anymore.
Which are
The
those?
sparkle ones that you hate, but I think I'm going to sell them.
Yeah, those are gross. Let's see. There was someone. Where was it? Someone. Nick Wax. Thank you very much for your subscription at Tier 1 for 22 months. Like that.
I went through a phase where I was buying Adidas Ultra Boosts every few months, and now I'm like, I don't wear these anymore, so that's why I'm selling them.
Oh, you know what? I realized these. Thank you, Martha. These were on the small screen before. So these are the rip-offs of the Red Octobers. Still not cheap. I mean, not thousands and thousands of dollars. I think these, as my most expensive pair of sneakers, I want to say I bought them for maybe $300.
And what are they now?
Oh, I don't know. I can check.
We should sell them as a group.
As a group, did we make an investment as a group?
I'll give you 150.
No. And then these were the other ones. So green
These are my
bottoms,
favorite, I think,
pink tops.
that you have.
Those are some good ones. Let's see. I don't know what those are actually. Let's see.
I've been wearing. Oh,
No, that's not them.
I've been wearing my Fila's, my dad's shoes,
Mhm.
all the time, and they were actually like $100, but
Well, I
got them
think
a few years
most-
ago.
I feel like most sneakers are now at least in the $100 range.
Nizzas aren't.
How much are those?
I think they're like 80, although they kind of squish my toesies. I'm on the hunt for new socks that are for workout and everyday life that are thin and not tight on my toes because that's what's causing my corns. I figured it out.
I feel like a lot of this discussion should have been on like a feet OnlyFans.
Yeah, seriously, where are those people? Pay up.
I can't even find these sneakers anymore.
They're in green. Is that them? I like the green.
Yeah, in green. They actually do look really cool
Like
in
a
green.
Tiffany blue.
We'll put them on the screen. Yeah, but
They're only $220.
nope.
Oh, $1,400.
They're $1,400.
Do you care about them that much that you would want? Like if they were selling for 60 grand, would you sell them?
Absolutely, I'd sell
And then
'em.
you'd help me pay my student loans. I'd pay you
No.
back.
No, I would not. And I'm going to tell you why.
I just need somebody to come in, pay my student loans, and then I'll pay them back at half the interest.
I mean, half the interest. I'm going to lose money?
No, I'll pay you back, but
Yeah.
I'm not paying my student loan company the interest.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, these are actually really cool. Big fan of those. If anyone's got $1,400 laying around. No, I do want to go. I want to go and sell some of these because I have sneakers that I've never worn. And I have sneakers that I've maybe worn once or twice that would still qualify as being like brand new when I sold
Well,
them.
you also have the boxes.
And I've got the
I
boxes.
don't play those games.
So I think
Although-
I think I'm gonna try to get 10 of them out the door.
I have the shoes that Elvis bought me when we used to work for Elvis Duran in the
Mhm.
morning show. He did twice in my time there. He sent all the girls out, and he did it to the guys once to go buy whatever shoes you want. It had to be one pair under $1,000. My biggest regret is not buying a pair of sneakers like these.
Same.
We went to Saks.
Where was it? Bloomingdale's or Saks?
No, it was Saks, I believe.
Whatever.
And like at the time, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get Louboutins." And I remember I put on Lubes, and I was like, "These are the most uncomfortable thing I've ever put on my foot. I'm not getting them." I end up getting Brian Atwood heels, and they're black suede, but they're so high. Never like I wore them twice, and then that was the second time. The first time we went, I got pink snakeskin Brian Atwood, selling them both on my Poshmark for like 3 years now. No one wants them. They were $750 each. I didn't buy them. Elvis did. But looking back, I would love to have gotten like even a $500 pair of like 6 sneakers. I was a 23-year-old idiot, 4-year-old idiot who should have had no business with those shoes. What size are they? Probably a 7, 7.5.
So
And I still have box for both, I believe.
these are actually the sneakers that I got when Elvis sent, or not sneakers, shoes I got when Elvis
Size
sent everyone
7.
out.
7 for mine. Prada.
I went with Prada.
My people.
I don't know. And again,
Right? It's
I
fine.
should have gotten a pair of sneakers. I
Like,
could have gotten
I'm
like
surprised-
Balenciaga sneakers or something.
But your thought process was you're never going to buy nice shoes on your own.
I'm never,
Yeah.
never. But here's the thing. I also never wear these.
Do you think Papa Elvis will send us? We should go here.
I got
You don't
these.
even wear those though. You wear your brown ones.
Well, it depends on what suit I'm wearing. I just haven't worn a black suit in a while. I got these, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, but they have those at Payless. They look the exact same.
Yeah. So this was. I don't want to call it a waste. I'll wear them to Sam's wedding. I'll
What do you
find.
wear? But you don't even have a suit yet.
I
That
need to
fits.
go to the mall and get a suit. All of them are too tight now.
Does anyone know a suit supplier? Oh,
I'm
Men's
gonna go to-
Warehouse. You're gonna like the way you look.
I'm gonna go to that suit supply store in the mall, and
It-
just get. I'm gonna say, hey, what's the cheapest, like tailored suit I can get? Hook it up.
Yeah, I forgot about this part. The wedding we went to in Canada, we had to sit down for a while because they do a lot of speeches in Canada, which I learned, and which was kind of nice because we were at a wedding where we didn't really know a lot of people, so it's not like we would have been like ripping up the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I remember Anthony got up. He's like, I can't breathe. These pants are so tight.
Everything was very tight.
You
Yeah.
had to unbutton your pants or something, right?
No, I didn't sit there unbuttoned.
Something
But
happened, I
between-
remember.
So there was a decent amount of downtime between the wedding reception and the wedding ceremony and then the reception. So when we were in the room, I sat there with my pants unbuttoned the whole time because I couldn't breathe.
I didn't know we had a K&G.
We do?
Yeah, in Tequila. We can do that. K&G, my dad loves that place.
I went to the one in New Jersey.
Yeah, he used to make me go there and get business clothes for my internship interviews, and I had like my dad would we went shopping for a suit for all my interviews.
Did you look like Kyler Murray yesterday?
Yeah, I died at that. I did, but it was black and a hot pink shirt underneath, and then I had a shirt that he wanted me to wear so bad, and I was like, Dad, I don't know why you bought me this. It's horrendous. He made me bring it to Elvis's show one day to see what everyone thought, and they were like, that's a hard no. But
Hold on, before we move on, I do have to, because I mentioned Kyler Murray. We got to put him on the
AKA
screen.
Carla Marie.
So that's what Kyler Murray.
All the memes we're talking about. It was like Kyler Murray needs to see the manager.
This is my favorite. Kyler Murray out here looking like Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Please stop with the bell bottoms. Can we not?
I love the internet, man.
Me too.
I love the internet.
But yeah, when you say Kyler Murray really fast.
It does sound like Carla Marie. I remember years ago when he started, when he was like a rookie.
Yeah.
David Brody sent us audio where it really sounds like the announcer saying Carla Marie the whole time.
Kyler Murray.
It's close.
It's cool.
But yeah, that suit that he decided to wear to the game, which also weird choice because they were playing the Eagles.
But that's not Eagles green. That's Seahawks
But it's still
green.
green.
Yeah.
It's still green though.
Meg said he looks like a confident. Oh, there was one that said he looks like a confident single black woman.
And that was all. It was all the NFL memes account.
So good. It's my
They
favorite
posted
thing.
a bunch, and it was all of those different sayings basically for Kyler Murray. Gotta say his name real slow on this show. I do love him as a quarterback though, as an athlete to watch, and he's big on Twitch.
Is he?
Yeah, he loves. I want to say he's got like 1 million followers.
What? I know. I've been seeing some of the Seahawks post stuff, and I'm like, you guys stream?
Everyone streams. Everyone streams. I mean, adult actresses are now going to Twitch. That's the girl that I talked about in the.
like porn stars.
Yeah. That's the girl I talked about in today's Pop Stop, where she broke her back at TwitchCon.
Doing what though?
They had like a gladiator style thing, and after her bout, she jumped into the foam pit that was beneath them, but apparently landed on her tailbone. Because sometimes with those foam pits, if you hit like the wrong spot, you kind of go straight through. And I think that's what she did, and she landed on her tailbone and broke her back.
That's frightening.
And she also won. And I warned everyone, because when you Google her name, she's also an adult film star. And
you might get
the other thing that came up was that she won, I don't know what year it was, but best scene of some sort. So she's an award-winning adult actress, and she's got 800,000 followers on Twitch. Let me see where Kyler is at.
Are those blue light blocker glasses?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Well, someone's asking.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, no. Tacoma Swifty popped back into ask.
The Kyler Murray. I thought he had way more. He's got 87,000 followers, which is still, when you think about it, more than an NFL stadium. He used to. I don't know if he still does it. He used to go on. It seems like he hasn't been on in a while.
That is crazy. If I wanted to take all my Instagram followers and put them in Lumen Field, I couldn't.
No.
There'd be a line. I bet you some of them are dead, though.
I think about that a lot, actually.
Like someone I've interacted with is dead, and I don't even know.
And
actually, I do. At least I talked about him before, but the truck driver used to call into Elvis' show and blow his horn. He died. I used to talk to him all the time.
Last thing we got to talk about today before we get out of here is the Maries invading Seattle, which is going to happen later this week.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm very excited but nervous because I need to make sure that everything is like scheduled and not that like we have to do it. But my biggest fear is they come out here and then I'm kind of like, well, what do you want to do? And then we sit around wasting time and getting there. I like to have things on the schedule so that we have something to do because we always have a short time and then we can always change it. But it's on the schedule, it's there, and I need to make sure they get a bit of the Pacific Northwest, but also of Seattle.
So this is how I know Carla Marie is nervous about her family coming to town.
Yeah.
Every day, essentially, for the past, I don't know, 3 weeks, I've had to listen to Carla Marie think out loud about the plans that she's scheduling. And when I say think out loud, this is not a discussion. She's not asking for input, opinions, suggestions. She's just frantically going through the to-do list and the schedule in her brain out loud.
Yep. It's a lot.
And I just have to sit there and go, mm-hmm.
Oh, I got to add something.
Yep.
I got to finish painting.
Finish what? Finish painting.
Well, I spackled like all the things on the wall.
Amanda O'Brien said try to go to Portland. It's awesome. I don't know if they're going to
No.
have enough time because that's the problem with short trips is, and Portland is a really cool city.
Well, like the thing I'm trying to do is Deception Pass, and that's an hour and a half each way. And I'm like, okay, that is like the limit I'd be able to do because that's a 3-hour drive plus what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to take them to Rainier because I would take all 3 family members to their very first national park. It's 2.5 hours.
Tacoma Swifty asked if this is the rescheduled trip from before.
From
this
January.
is a year in the making, right?
Yeah, we started planning it about a year ago. It was a surprise trip for my mom and sister. I gave it to them for Christmas. They were supposed to come like the second week of January. We canceled because of Omicron. And then now it's happening, but it's a very dwindled down group. Lost 2. But there's...
Listen, when you travel cross country, sometimes you lose some people,
I know, it's like the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
But it's my mom, who's been here a bunch, my niece, who's also been here a bunch, and my older sister, my niece's mom, who's never been here. So I'm trying to plan a trip for my sister to make her see all, like, the basic things, but also...
What are the basics?
But also not make my mom and niece be like, oh, I've done this a million times.
What are the basics?
Space Needle, but you don't have to go into it.
Mhm.
At least, like, be under it, I think is cool.
Yeah.
We might go into it. Pike Place. Take
Fair.
them to...
And Pike Place, I mean, even if you've been there once, you can go again. There are different
hope
restaurants you can go to.
But, like, they don't really know anything they're doing.
Have your mom or your niece gone to like Market Grill and eaten at the market?
So that's what
no?
I want to do at Pike Place. I want to have them, like, we're going to sample some stuff at the market.
Mhm.
And then we're going to go to Matt's in the market. It's a restaurant. We have reservations to eat any more if we want to eat, but get a drink because the view is sick.
Oh, there's 2 comments back to back here in the chat that I want to talk about. So Mellow FM said, I love Pike Place. And
Best.
right under Mellow FM's comment is Kayla in Centralia. And Centralia is here in Washington. And it says,
Pike Place is chaos.
Pike Place is chaos. And here's the interesting thing. Coming from New York, Pike Place is so mellow.
Pike Place is the farmer's market to me.
Well, I mean, it is a farmer's
I
market.
know, but I mean, it's like a standard Sunday farmer's market.
But it's so crazy how different your perception of
Mhm.
things is based on where you grew up. Because the only thing that we can compare Pike Place to in New York is Times Square.
And they're not even comparable.
They're not. And Times Square is such a disaster that
It smells.
And it's very, the difference also is, even though they're both tourist locations, Times Square doesn't have any, I would call it authentic New York,
No.
right? There's a Chili's, there's like
Yeah.
all of that. There's the Olive Garden in the middle of it. It's all huge companies
Mhm.
who are paying for essentially marketing space in Times Square. Pike Place, on the other hand, has a more local, real
Yeah.
Seattle and Washington feel to it. So it's funny, and I can totally understand how if you grew up in Washington, and especially outside of like the Seattle metro area, which
Yeah.
is where Centralia is like halfway between Portland and Washington, I could totally see how you would go to Pike Place and
yeah.
be like, oh, this is chaos. This place is insane.
Okay, I see everyone saying Hurricane Ridge, but guys, that's 3.5 hours away.
It's a drive. That's a whole day. Because you got to drive there, eat
Mhm.
at some point.
So what I think we might do is Deception Pass. It's about an hour and a half away. They'll get sick views, and then our friend Andrea Michelle, our photographer,
Mhm.
was like, then what you do is you drive back down the opposite way and through Whidbey Island, which I've never done,
Mhm.
and take the ferry back.
That's cool.
And I think that could be really cool.
What about, this is a great suggestion in the chat, Smith Tower, which
I
I'm a
know.
big fan of.
I know, but I just feel like as a first timer, if we're gonna do something tall, going to the Space Needle, like my sister would love getting a cool drink there, seeing the glass floor. But my mom and niece have both been there before, so that is why we may not do Space Needle.
Oh, Kayla in Centralia said she grew up in Seattle,
Oh,
not in Centralia. So
but
apologize for
I
the
don't
mistake.
think Gabriella's in here because she would have said something if she is. But I'm so excited. I got us reservations for the Amazon Spheres
That's a pretty cool spot.
on Saturday morning. I've wanted to do it since they opened them, and I'll explain what they are in a second. But they only do like every 2 weeks, every one Saturday a month, or every 2 weeks on a Saturday. It's open to the public. But what the Amazon Spheres are, they are essentially these glass giant greenhouses.
Bezos balls.
People who work at Amazon secretly call them Bezos balls.
I'll pull them up.
And inside, it's like a greenhouse, but it's got trees and plants from all over the world. And it's not like we're gonna be there all day. We'll be there for less than an hour. But they look so cool, and I've never been able to get in. And when I saw it was open on a weekend, they were here. I waited. I got in. I got an appointment. Going.
Here's what we got. So these are the Bezos balls.
And then there's a speakeasy at the bottom.
Yeah, we've been to the speakeasy.
Oh, and then we're going to the Amazon Go store where you don't even use your card and you just walk in, steal stuff, and leave. Not actually steal it, though.
That's like every store in Seattle, though.
Yeah. I don't know why I pay for things.
There we go. That's a better picture of what the balls look like from the
So
outside.
cool.
It is a really cool structure. Give them a lot of credit. What is Amazon? Does Amazon actually do anything? Is it like a meeting space? Like,
Yeah,
what are
it
they?
is. So they have, like, during the week,
Yeah.
it is a meeting space if
Huh.
people are working in the office.
That's pretty cool. Ooh, we didn't even put this screen up today.
There you go.
October sub goal. Looks like we're doing pretty good. This is the 10th.
Yeah.
I'd say we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get to 700 total points, which I don't know if that means 700 subs. Either way, not important.
So yeah, those are and then Saturday night we're doing the Ballard Wine Walk, which is so cool. It's so much fun. You get to like all the stores and restaurants on this one, or if in an area of Ballard, our neighborhoods stay open late. Normally that'll close, and they have like wine sampling in there. Then I'm taking them to my favorite restaurant, which is Stone Burner. And then Sunday we have the Seahawks game, so you're going to be in charge of them Sunday morning
What do you mean?
because I have to be at the game by like 8 a.m.
In charge of what, though? I'm not going to the game.
I know, but like them as a whole, just
Like, make sure they brush their teeth and stuff?
Yeah.
Like little kids? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Someone said, Tacoma Swifty said they have a restaurant inside, too, and break areas for their employees. That is actually pretty cool when you think about, I mean, not that all of their employees are even going into their office anymore, because a lot of people could work remotely forever. But to have an area like that where if you wanted to take a break and kind of like stroll inside, especially in a city like
in the winter.
Seattle, where the
Yeah.
winter is just gross,
Yeah.
to go and get some greenery and some color, it's pretty cool.
I would love it. I would love a greenhouse. That is my goal one day. But yeah, we got a lot of things to do. I'm gonna show them Golden Gardens, which I love. Yeah. The other option is taking them to Snoqualmie Falls, which is where my mom has been before. It's super close. I have a current reservation at the lodge there for Friday, but
And just because you've seen those places once doesn't mean you can't see them again. Like I
Yeah.
would go see all of the natural stuff in the state of Washington and really around the world, but we're talking about Washington now. I would go see it every day if I could. I mean,
my God,
there's such beauty out here.
I dream about Crater Lake.
Oh, Crater Lake's another good example. Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a game time decision because it said it's going to be like 80 degrees at Snoqualmie Falls on Friday, but like 50 something at Deception Pass. So part of me is like, I'm going to go where it's warmer.
That's also true. Definitely keep people. No one likes visiting places in the cold. I don't
No.
think. Crater Lake is a dream. Crater Lake is one of the most fascinating things I think I've ever seen with
seen.
my own eyes.
And Yosemite.
Yosemite was cool too.
North Cascades. I was gonna take him to Diablo Lake in North
also
Cascades.
Crazy
So
drive.
I'm not gonna make my family fly here and then in one day drive 5 hours.
Mhm.
That's the problem. But so Anthony's mom, she left.
Yeah.
She was here for a few days, and it was nice having someone who was like on my side.
About what?
And she did say that like it's you every once in a while you need your significant other's parent around to kind of put them in their place. I was like, as my mom's gonna do when she's here.
When was I put in my place?
Well, it was so a moment that I was just
What
two
is my
moments.
place?
I'm gonna give you my 2 moments. Okay.
Okay.
One of them was the 3 of us were about to leave to go get breakfast.
Mhm.
And Anthony's mom says, of course, Anthony left the light on, not even in there, just leaves it on or whatever. And I was like, wait, this is a thing that he's always done. She's like, oh yeah, this is how we always knew. Anthony was home as we pulled up to the house. Every light was on. Sometimes doors would be wide open. I was like, what? Why? I was
we got apps for that now.
I was screamed at as a child. He's like, yeah, so was he though. I was like, I'm just so glad. Like it's a thing he's always done.
Mm-hmm.
He leaves all the lights on. So yeah, we have a Deco smart light system. I can turn it off on the app, which has actually made me less angry at you because I don't have to walk up the stairs to turn lights off or walk down the stairs.
Now, if only we had apps for the dishes, then this would be even.
And you know what's so funny is he gives me crap about not doing the dishes. Have you ever cleaned the toilet in this house?
Yeah.
No, you have not.
I have. Got the spray and the brush.
Okay. You've never cleaned the toilet.
Well, how often do you clean the toilet?
Often.
Yeah? 3 times a day? What the hell are you doing in there?
Yeah, but toilet to dishes, I'd rather do the dishes.
Okay. Will you do the dishes
No.
okay.
No.
What's the other thing?
Oh, that your mom? This was a moment of, I actually felt the most seen I've ever felt.
Okay.
I was leaving to go get my hair done last week, and as I opened the door, I realized that my mum, not my mom, a mum, was dying. And I was like, oh crap. I was like, and I didn't have time. I said, Anthony, can you just water this? Just take a cup of water and pour it in here just from the sink. You have to get the hose. Okay, I'll do it. Like, you were like, just go. Like, you're going to be late.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I closed the door, whatever. The next day, I'm like, this thing, like, it still looks so dry. And I was like, hey, did you water the mum outside? And you look at me, you're like, no. And I was like, what do you, I asked you to water it. No, you didn't.
Water it? Water? What did you say?
I said I asked you to water it yesterday when I was leaving. I said to put a cup of water in it. And you were like, yes, okay, I'll do it. And you were like, that never happened. And so we went back and forth for like 45 seconds to a minute. And then it stopped and his mom goes, Anthony, that happened and you said you were going to do it. And and she said that she literally noticed you didn't do it and was like,
well, then maybe she should have done it.
I was like, it's one thing to not do it. It's another thing to say the conversation never happened.
Never happened.
That's where I'm like, just admit you didn't do it.
Never happened.
And I was like,
well, no, I admitted I didn't do it. I didn't say, oh, I did do it. I admitted that I did not do it.
Just say, okay, it's one thing to say, I forgot. You're telling me the conversation never happened. Not only did you not hear it, you also responded.
It didn't process in my brain.
But you don't remember it? I'm
No.
dead ass.
No, I really don't. I really don't remember it at all. Therefore, it never happened.
Yeah. I'm Meg, you're right. I'm going to get payback this weekend with my family here, but also at the same time, my mom is very much like her kids do nothing wrong, even when we do.
Explains a lot.
We'll see.
It really explains a lot. Now that you mention it.
Jen, I do love this commercial. It's the commercial of the instant replay with the couple in their camping gear. It's Geico.
That's a good one.
So now on, I'm going to start being like, okay, Anthony, what did you just say?
Or just do it yourself. That's the other option. Exactly. Ignorance is bliss. I don't remember it. Never happened.
Although
I'm not even going to worry about it anymore.
But I fully get like the saying things and not even
Yeah.
processing them. He was leaving for the gym at one point last week. Remember what happened?
I don't know.
You were like, all right, I'm leaving. I'll be back later. I was like, okay. You were like, love you. I said, okay. And you were like, do you know what you just said? I was like,
I think I texted you.
no, you yelled back into the house. You were like, do you realize what you just said? I was like, I don't know what. You were like, I said love you. And you said, okay.
Let's see. Texas Chris said, somehow I see the Maries ganging up on Tones. It's possible.
I'll take it. Bring it on to me. The ganging up.
On me?
But if it's me.
But no, that's not what even...
I'm just saying, if
When-
you want to dish it to me, I'm
Okay,
ready.
let me explain. When I sometimes will say Carla Marie is selfish, this is
Oh, they'll agree with you on that.
this is what I'm talking about.
It's nice on this side.
Bring it on, me. No one was talking to you. What's wrong with you? Texas Chris did have a great question earlier this morning that when we had to move on. How many gummies did you have? How many Seattle gummies did you have this morning? One energy gummy.
I'm telling you, morning workouts, they get you like, woo.
But how do we, so the woo is fun. How do we get you to like focus, and do certain things that you're supposed to do every morning?
The to-do list. You got to get better at it.
All right. We are out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be back with a normal type show tomorrow. We'll be a little more on track than we were today. But today was kind of a vacation day for a lot of people. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
To everyone who is celebrating. And thank you for making us part of your day.
These are all the things.
What?
These are all the things I have to do before they get here.
Okay.
And it's growing.